Hi everyone, I'm Joanna Penn from thecreativepenn.com and this is Dvorah Lansky. Dvorah is an author, publisher and book marketing coach who also runs great teleseminar series for authors. Her latest book is Book Marketing Made Easy, Simple Strategies for Selling Your Non-Fiction Book Online. So welcome Dvorah.
Thank you, Joanna. How exciting to be here. A video interview.
Great to have you on the show. And so I know you've just launched your book, but why don't you tell us a bit more about your publishing and marketing background?
Alrighty. Well, I have been marketing online since 1994, and I have been through a lot during that time, you know, with technology changing so quickly. I wrote my first book, which was a book on relationship marketing using online marketing strategies, and realized that I needed to market the book. So I applied my internet marketing skills to online book marketing, ended up developing courses and writing a blog and a newsletter, and realized there was a great thirst for this knowledge to be able to take online book marketing for authors and make the information very accessible for busy people who really needed to be marketing online but didn't want to get involved with a lot of technology or, you know, years of study or, you know, dozens of hours of study for a particular topic. So that's how my book, Book Marketing Made Easy, came to be. And I've been very involved with the book marketing world through connecting with other book marketing experts. It's so powerful to connect with other people in our niche who are interested in the same topics that we're interested in, that have content that our audience would benefit from. And so I've built these incredible relationships with experts and incredible writers such as yourself, have promoted, I guess we're in our third season of book marketing teleseminars, have a monthly newsletter called the Book Marketing Gazette, where these book marketing experts, out of the generosity of their heart, share these incredible articles. You're featured every month with an amazing article that just help a lot of authors, and that's just opened doors for me and opened worlds for me, and I'm very excited. I really enjoy it.
No, that's great. Now, there's so much material in your book, and we're going to try and pick out some things today so that people can, you know, find out more. So one of the key questions that authors must answer is, how does your book help your readers, and who are your readers? So how do people go about answering that question?
The first thing is to realize that your book is a gift to the world. And what is your book about? It could be a story, and think for yourself how many times stories touch you in your heart and help you better your life from the lessons learned by someone else. So whether your book is fiction or nonfiction, where you're teaching something, think about what it is that you're offering to the world and who can be helped with this message. And if you think about it from that point of view, you can take yourself out of the picture and not feel like it's an ego trip to promote your book, but more it's an obligation to share your knowledge with the world. And that will help you to identify your audience and identify why it is that you want to share your content with them. Does that answer the question, Joanna?
I think as well, just you know, maybe address the specific. Well, I guess I think it's really important to think about the specific people you're targeting. You know, so many people say, my book is for everybody, but it's not, is it? Nobody's book is for everybody. So how can people be more specific about their target market?
One of the ways that I decided to work specifically with authors versus entrepreneurs is a pretty broad topic, was I polled my audience. You can use SurveyMonkey.com, or you can use Google Docs spreadsheets, allow you to create a form where you can send it out on the social networks, or if you have an email list, to your list, and just say, I'm taking a brief survey, would love to get your input. And you can put questions in there like, you know, circle the dot that best describes your age, are you male or female, what industry do you work in, and have it set up, rather than fill in the blank questions, have it set up with actual specific questions so that you can see a chart and really get a pulse on who your audience is. And for me, when I realized that a great percentage of my audience is writers, authors, and coaches, it really helped me to focus in on my target market. And I have to share that since I've done that, I've had so much more, even possible, even more fun in my business, made more money in my business, and helped more people in my business, because rather than going into the produce area and saying, I would like a piece of fruit, it's like, well, I would like a red apple. And it just really helps you target in, and it helps your audience know if you're an expert in red apples, you're gonna attract people who are very interested in that topic versus someone who's interested in fruit. It's going to be harder to attract a larger audience. So even though you're targeting smaller, in that niche, there is a rich cross-section of people and experts and resources that you can access, and it will open up worlds for you. Try it, you'll like it.
Yeah, and absolutely. And I guess I should have said up front as well that a lot of all of your tactics in your book we can use for fiction as well as non-fiction. And specifically in fiction, what we just mentioned there, for me, it's if you're a sci-fi writer, appeal to sci-fi people. You don't have to appeal to everybody. So I think that's really important, a good start. So the next thing I wanted to ask you was about relationship marketing. So I guess maybe you could define relationship marketing and also maybe explain why it's so good.
All right. Well, relationship marketing is focusing on building relationships with people over trying to sell people on your stuff. And the marketing world has gone through various phases over time. I remember in my grandmother's time, they did business with people they knew, people they liked, people they trusted, which is what we hear today, and people that are referred to them by someone they know. Whenever we needed a plumber or a dress or whatever it was, let's call so-and-so and ask who they use. And so word of mouth marketing as well. So relationship marketing is building relationships with people so that they come to know, like, and trust you, and so that they want to refer you. And the way that you start that is by offering and giving and sharing rather than trying to sell people on your stuff. Sell them on you. Show them how you can help them. Find out, if they have questions and it happens to be an area of your expertise, share the answer, especially in online, social networks and forums. That's a great way to show that you're an expert in your field and that you're a caring person, not just there. I'm sure we've all seen the people on the forums who are, just all about trying to sell their stuff. And we discount those people rather quickly. And you don't want to be discounted. You want to be considered, and you want people to take note of who you are.
And you obviously mentioned that you network with people who provide content, but a lot of people worry about the whole social networking relationships with their readers, because how is that scalable? Do you have any tips on scaling relationships for when you have 20,000 followers or whatever?
Oh, I look forward to that day. Well, I guess I'm close. If I add up all my social networks, I'm probably close to 20,000. Thank you, Joanna. Well, I actually have to say that one of the aspects of my business that I enjoy the most is connecting with my readers and my students and my members. I feel that having a Facebook fan page, a place on the blog, Q&A calls where it's just for your members or your readers is a powerful way to connect with your audience and really build those relationships, because they're going to see that you really care about them sincerely and really care about their welfare and them being the best they can be in their business. And when you offer a course or a book, they're going to take note and they're going to run to participate and run to promote you to others. And I will say that as much as I enjoy networking with my colleagues, which I adore, it thrills me to the bottom of my heart to interact with my readers.
Yeah, and I think a lot of that is, for me, it's just answering every email, trying to respond on Twitter, and that type of thing. It is just, even if you respond to 1 out of 10 on Twitter, at least you're doing something. So it's important to just keep that conversation going, isn't it?
It is, because people will see that you are a genuine person and that you care.
No, absolutely. Okay, so I think we sort of touched on there on the authenticity, and I think when people first start, they can't see how it won't just take so much time, and if they're doing everything for free, how are they actually going to get anywhere? So, what's your opinion on the kind of free versus selling stuff?
I'll share with you that I did free teleseminars for several years, and I would have between 5 and 16 people on average on my calls. And I really enjoyed it, and it gave me a name. And so I really feel that if you're just starting in a niche, offering free content is a great way for you, first of all, to take all those recorded transcripts, have them transcribed, and you have tons of content for reports and books and blog posts, etc. But it really gives you a name in your industry. Well, last year I did my first paid event, and I had over 1,000 people register, and I made more money doing that than I've done anything I've done online since 1994. And I have people lined up for the next events, and we've turned it into a twice-a-year event. I have speakers already lined up for the next 2 sessions and sponsors. And so it's just blossomed by doing that. And Joanna, there's a school of thought where people will say to charge. I think it's coming around to people who actually are encouraging people to charge from day one for their teleseminars, and that's a school of thought. And if you come back to me in about 6 months, I will have a definitive answer for that, because in my current series, I am going to be offering a free level as well as paid level. In the fall, I will decide based on results for this season. I will be determining whether it's only going to be a paid for version. So the theory is people value more what they pay for. So it's something I'm testing the waters on, but I give away a tremendous amount of content, and I feel that's really, and I know you do as well, that's how you and I connected. I personally think that you have the best blog on the planet. So
oh, you're so
that's
sweet.
my personal opinion.
You have to say that, you're on my show.
But it's true. You know, I've written you about that many times. You just offer so much value. And so by me offering my weekly e-zine and my monthly gazette, which someday I may charge for that, it takes a lot of time and expense to publish that, but I really enjoy bringing that to market, and it's a great way for me to add value to my members and my customers. And so it's a fine line, but I feel that you need to value your time and find a way that if you are going to be giving something away for free, that you also have paid for programs that, if you like this, you may be interested in my course on this, so that you have a way so that you can feed your family and have the time to provide the valuable content to help more people.
Yeah, no, I agree with all of that, and it definitely is a struggle. You know, we want to be helpful, we like being useful, but then at some point you do have to sell something. You know, we are business people, so I think that's really important for everyone to remember. Okay, so gosh, so many questions. So one of the things you do talk about is authority and building authority, and how critical that is in, with books. Can authors do that effectively in, I guess, any sphere? Can they, can you become an authority now in such a crowded market?
I think that comes back to deciding who your niche market is, because if you want to become an expert, let's use the fruit analogy again, in fruit, you're going to have much more competition than if you're an expert in Granny Smith apples. So the more specific you are, you're going to find that specific niches have raving fans who are fanatics about wanting to know that content, whether it's something that they need to know, like in my case with book marketing, people need to know that. In other cases, it could be that they're interested in, I don't know, sports car racing, and it's something that they want to know that. It's their passion. And so finding ways to figure out exactly what niche population you want to serve, and then start writing about that, start blogging about it, start offering perhaps a monthly or a weekly teleseminar and invite people to listen in and, ask their questions. By the way, inviting people to a teleseminar, whether again it's weekly or monthly, and asking them to, inviting them to ask their questions provides you with great content, because then you know exactly what your readers want to know about. And so the more you write, the more you contribute on the social networks, the more videos you put up and people can hear you and see you, the more you'll become seen as an authority on your topic.
Interesting you say seeing you and hearing you there, because in my niche, authors who write a lot of fiction authors, actually, a lot of people are very shy and they worry about doing this stuff. I mean, it is nerve-wracking. It's still nerve-wracking to put yourself out there. Exactly. So what do you say to people who are shy or who are nervous, about this type of thing?
Okay, well, I will say that I really don't, not my favorite thing being on camera, I will tell you. So because I adore you so much, Joanna, I agreed to do a video interview. Most of my videos are PowerPoint videos, and I have a photo that I like of myself that I have there so that people can see me. But I find a PowerPoint video not crowded with text, but lots of imagery and sparse text, and my voice is very powerful, because there's a button you can click in PowerPoint and turn it into a video. So that takes away a lot of the fear for people to wonder, well, do I have the right equipment, the right light, and the right background? Because you really want to be careful with what people see behind you, because you want them focusing on you. So I would say, first of all, get over it. Second of all, people need to hear your message. And so it's very easy. The fastest way to create video is what we're doing right now. You have a webcam right on your computer screen. You turn it on, and it could be like, hello, this is Friday's Fantastic Tips, and today I would like to share with you. And it's 1 minute, and you're done, and it's valuable content for your blog, and your readers will love it. You can also do the same thing with PowerPoint, but PowerPoint, if you're a perfectionist in graphics like I am, it's like, oh, that needs to be a little to the right, or oh, I need a different color blue.
Yeah.
And so I need to not be such a perfectionist or create a template and outsource that aspect of things. But I love making PowerPoint videos. The fastest way, though, is what we're doing with the webcam. It's just on, done.
Yeah. And it's a really good point there, actually, because and I don't think this is just women. I've had a lot of guys on the video who say they don't like it either. But it's you need to get over yourself. Like you were saying, people are not that interested in you or me. They're interested in themselves. And it's the what's in it for me aspect of content that is the point. People want useful content. They're not there to watch us. You know what I mean? So I think if people think about it that way, that it's all about giving to the other person, then you kind of get over yourself a little bit, which is good.
Also, if people see that you're an average mortal, they'll say, like, well, if she can do it, I can do it.
Yeah.
And then it will help them promote their business, because that's the goal, is to make things seem very accessible and easy so that it's duplicatable.
Oh, absolutely. And so many of us hide behind the internet, and video makes us more transparent, more authentic, which is, of course, is a key. Right, moving on. I want us to talk about the teleseminars, because I don't really know many other people who do big series like you're doing. So maybe you could explain, why teleseminars are so effective in your business model.
I feel that teleseminars are so effective because you can bring together a group of experts on a specific topic and bring a group together who are interested in that topic, and there's a lot of excitement around it. And Joanna, I've actually decided to take things to the next level with actually having an online conference, but that's a separate topic. But let me just go back to the concept of teleseminars. Is basically a conference call, which you can use free software or you can use premium software if you want the webcast ability. There's different services out there, and you can ask me or ask Joanna. We'll be happy to make recommendations. It's just a fantastic way to share on a topic, as well as a fantastic way to create powerful content that you can use in many different ways. They call it repurposing, so that you can create several different products out of a 1 hour recording. You can create a transcript and turn it into an ebook. You can do a series and take the content and turn it into an actual in-print book or a Kindle book. You can turn it into a CD or an audio recording that people get over the internet. There's so much that you can do with the teleseminar content, and it helps you become an authority in the field, because let's say you're doing a teleseminar on dog training and you're really not a dog training expert, but you really love dogs, and you're interviewing and you're promoting this teleseminar on dog training. By association, you will become seen as a dog training expert. And so it's a great way to grow your, the people will see you as an authority in your field. So give thought to what do you want to be known for, and those would be powerful topics for you to either interview on or present.
No, absolutely. And I guess one of the questions I get is, people say, well, how do I find people who I can either interview for my podcast like this, or how do I find people for my teleseminar? And also, how do I get their permission to do something like for free that I can sell, for example? How do you do that?
Okay. Well, I started off with asking one person if I could interview them. And then I asked another person, and each time I did an interview, I would put that first interview up, the previous interview up on my blog. And so when people would come to my site and they would see all these, I have a lot of rock stars, so to speak, on my site in various, marketing niches, like, yeah, I'd love to be on your show. And so it grew from starting with one, and now I've done over 100, and I'm thrilled with the audience that the caliber of people I'm able to ask to be interviewed, because I know, first of all, how to how to record a teleseminar, and then how to share a teleseminar with the world. So first of all, people who are interviewed and who come on to your show to share knowledge, they're grateful for the exposure. And as far as selling the product, I have people, I do it through email, where I actually have them fill out a form, via a Word doc or via an online form, where I ask them for various things like their photo and their author bio and things like that. And I also say, by participating in this series, you give permission to Dvorah Lansky, or the name of your company, to promote this recording, to use this recording, to sell this recording. You'll receive a copy of the recording, and I have an affiliate program set up. If I do sell this as a part of a product, you'll receive a link to be able to promote the product as well and earn commissions as an affiliate. And I've gotten 100% thrilled participants from that.
And I would agree with that. One of the things I like about the video thing is that we understand that we are real people, because the internet can really make some people seem really important and like, oh wow, they're such a megastar online, and then you meet them and they're just another person. And most people are very flattered to be asked, aren't they? Most people love to be interviewed.
They do, and it helps you build friendships with the people you're interviewing. They become, I feel, lifelong friends with the people I've interviewed, which is extremely exciting, because you're building a great network of people who appreciate and respect you, and they'll reach out and ask you for help or support or ideas, or run an idea by you and just want to get your opinion on something, and you can do the same with them. So it's a great resource. It's like you have a built-in mini mastermind group for you.
That's a good business. That's a good way to think about it. That's great. Okay, so we're out of time. So can you tell people where they can find you, find your book, and find your teleseminars?
Absolutely. You can find my book at bookmarketingmadeeasy.com. And there's a lot of great content on that site. There is a 21-day virtual book tour, so no matter when you see this video, the content will be available for you to go through, see the 21 blogs of book marketing experts that I'm visiting, and audio, video, and written content, training materials, all on the topic of online book marketing. And to find out about the teleseminars, go to bookmarketingconference.com. bookmarketingconference.com. You can listen in for free. We have a series coming up, which I think you'll really enjoy, on developing your author platform and several other topics. There are 15 speakers. I think you'll really enjoy that. And again, you can listen in for free, or we do have some upgrade options. It's your choice, and that is at bookmarketingconference.com. And you can find me, of course, on Facebook and Twitter. And I would love to hear from you and look forward to getting to know you.
Fantastic. Well, thanks so much for your time, D'vorah. That was great.
Thank you, Joanna. What a treat.